Hey everybody, welcome back to the shop. I want to do a quick video because this is actually the third time I've cut this video between phone calls and getting cut off and having to restart. But I want to shoot this pegboard update. So as you all know, I did my US General cart review before I got rid of it a couple of weeks ago. And so I needed a way to store the tools that were in it. For the most part, most tools in it. In a more efficient way, and I started looking at more carts and bigger carts, and with the ever increasing price of carts these days or roller toolboxes, I went ahead and reached back into my archives and thought about my grandparents and my dad and stuff, and I went ahead and went down the rabbit hole of pegboard, and this is what I came up with. So I bought 2 half sheets of pegboard and a kit of assorted hangers, and then I bought a few extra hangers on the side. And all said and done, I'm in this for 80 bucks, and I can cover the whole length of my workbench. So before, I had just open studs like this, and I went ahead and put in the pegboard, took this shelf down, put the pegboard up, put the shelf back up, and I'm all in it for 80 bucks, like I said, and it has really became a great way to store this. So I ended up buying this Blue Hawk 43-piece hook and hanger set from Lowe's, and it came with all this stuff here listed. I've used everything so far except the shelf bracket, which is pretty weak. I wouldn't put anything on it. I threw these away, and that's these little plastic jars. Mine came dented up, and they're flimsy as a Coke can, and the little plastic brackets didn't look well, and I mean I can't even unscrew this with one hand. It's all junky. So I put that in storage, and I never could find anything that fit in these plier holders, so those go trashed as well. But everything else I was able to use, and I actually had some extras here, as you can see. So I just hung them off to the side. But moving right along, before we get cut off again, I went ahead and used a double hanger. That's one I had bought extra. So it's made in one piece, has 2 arms, and I slid my 2 hammers on there that I use the most. I used a regular straight hook, I guess you call it, hanger. Hung my Wonder Bar on it. Used a couple of the hook pieces, put my 460s, another hanger for my bolt cutters, a hanger for my tin snips, and a straight hanger for my little bit bigger set of Irwin Vice Grip channel lock style pliers, pump pliers. And then I used this little multi-tool hanger to hold some smaller pliers. And then I used this little multi-tool hanger as well, that they call it, but it's with straight hooks, and I really couldn't find anything really to hang on it other than my wire strippers. And the way these Cobalt Vice Grips are made, I can hook them on these rivets, and it stays for the most part. And of course my tire gauge. So wasn't a total loss, but I used it. Coming here, we got 2 sizes of crescent wrenches here. Sorry about that. And to the left, I have metric ratcheting, and then just various metric sizes in order, bigger and small. Same thing on the standard side, standard ratchet wrenches, and then standard wrenches from 1/4 inch or 3/8 to 1 1/16 hanging up right here on the bench. Moving over, got the metric and the standard 3/8 sockets. They're hung up on they're on a pair of the same hangers as the hammer down here, and it holds my regular old socket set that was in my cart perfectly fine. I didn't have anything to do my quarter, so I'm going to go ahead and pick up some sets to do my quarters, but for now they just hang like this. And then I bought, the kit came with 2 of these, and I bought an extra one to hang my ratchets in. I don't like, usually when I do something around these lines, one of these will end up falling off. So that's why I'm going to upgrade it to like this. I used one of the plastic bins that came with it to hold my swivels and reducers and a couple short extensions I have. The other one holds some Allen keys. I'm using a J-hook to hold my terminating screwdrivers. And then I went ahead and bought another one of these for screwdrivers. 2 sets of bigger Phillips and flat medium, and then stubby Phillips and flat, and then I have my terminators here. So I can just about tackle anything. And then on this end, or the end of the workbench, tape, igniter, scissors, speed square, tubing cutters, level, magnet bowl, extra hooks, just random things I can kind of collect on this end. And then I've been having this Craftsman 6-9 drawer for a while. It's got different nuts and bolts and electrical fittings and pipe straps and different things in it. And then my little collection of electronics and power tools I use here. I don't use a whole lot here. I'm kind of growing that collection. Charger, and then I have this nice open workbench here. So one last look at my workbench setup, and disregard all the junk underneath I need to clean up. But I have a trash can here. I got the good workbench. I got the pegboard, the paper towel holder, the whole 9 yards standing set up there. The upper shelf with all my aerosols and oil. I got a fan blowing down on me. And I got a hanger here for my big level, my face shield. Eventually one day I'm gonna go ahead and add on right here. But I have to do a repair to the wall down here. But what's gonna end up going there is gonna be an extension to the workbench. And plugged into there is gonna be probably a drill press and for sure a bench grinder. And then I'll probably put a vise in down here, or I'm gonna install a vise onto my spool table once I put casters on it. And so that'll be updated eventually on in the channel. But right here, this is where I run my homestead and my home out of, in my little farm. I run it all out of here, right in this area. This is where all my carbs get cleaned, where all my hydraulic, anything I have gets rebuilt, anything I can drag in here. I've even rebuilt little engines here. I do a lot with small engines. That's what powers my homestead. So that's why pegboard made sense pretty much, is because I have 3 vehicles I maintain and quite a fleet of small engines. So pretty much everything comes up here in the shop, or up right next to the shop in the case of the vehicles. And I work right here on the bench, on the spool, or I work out here well, what's supposed to be open, but in the chaos here when it's open. And I right here by the bench. I'm usually right here by the bench. And that's where pegboard really shines. Everything's open, available. You can see it, you can grab it. It's real easy for other people to work out of that don't know your setup. And you can send them in and basically explain this real easy. They can grab it and bring it back out to you. Helps good with kids, you know, if you have somebody old enough to reach up there. And but like I said, $80 in is what I paid for all this said and done. So as from a cost-effective standpoint and from a workflow standpoint, pegboard really is the way to go, in my opinion, for the small shop and homestead, especially for the homeowner. And I just wanted to show you guys my setup and explain it a little bit. So hope you have a good one. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks.